Welcome to another episode, Middle Ground with L.L.C, where we treat you like family. That's the theme song, Detroit Love, off my first album, The JLE Experience. Got another great guest for you in this season 10. I have my awesome nephew, class of 23 senior, Kayshawn Ringold. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hello, everybody. Yes, I am a
Awesome.
senior. I'm going to be graduating soon. So I just hope that anything I say here can help somebody.
Awesome. Question. As you approach graduation, what was your experience as a freshman up to this point?
Well, my experience, it was a roller coaster, I would say. So when I first started out as a freshman, it was actually pretty easy for me. Like, I passed all my classes. With the exception of one class, I passed, but it was an AP class. Surprisingly, they had us take AP first year. And on a test, I did not do that well on the AP test, but I still passed the class. So, yeah, the freshman, it was pretty easy. I didn't really talk to that many people, though. I didn't have that many friends. I was just more to myself. But I
Okay.
kept the grades clean. And the next year, I would say actually we didn't even get to finish freshman year because that's when COVID hit. And so yeah, at the end of that, like towards the last maybe few weeks or months of ninth
Mm-hmm.
grade, we were online, and then that led into 10th grade. 10th grade was 10th grade was a struggle,
Yeah,
man.
I saw that on Facebook. People, what's all this homework? I gotta help them. Like, yeah, you the teacher.
It was
Oh,
so
we got the
bad.
world on lockdown.
And it was levels to it. Like some teachers weren't tech savvy. They didn't know how to upload stuff. They didn't know how to grade stuff.
Oh,
And then you had to, and me, I had to like adjust my whole like setup.
hmm
I was slacking real hard, like even up until the last of that year. I was struggling, and then like I was arguing. I was irritable all the time. I was
okay.
arguing with my family. I was just so frustrated because online school was so terrible, and
Dang.
I was not ready for that kind of experience at all.
Okay, so junior year come around. What's it looking like?
Junior year, junior year is actually, I would say, my most memorable year of
Okay.
high school because not only did I was still a little bit slacking, especially in the first semester,
hmm
but second semester I kind of pulled it around because I was still trying to get used to being like just being a student again in a non-online environment because the majority of junior year was in person. We did
Yeah,
have
what's
some
COVID
like
world?
online.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had on some online patches, but it was mostly in person, so I started doing better. But the reason it was the most memorable is because I actually started making friends.
Okay.
Like yeah, so I don't know what happened. I just like something just snapped, and I was so social all of a sudden. I was holding conversations with everybody. I was talking to everybody, and then I just had a whole bunch of acquaintances. And then on top of that,
So, what did you do for anybody that's an introvert or have anxiety to try to make friends in high school? What did you do to start engaging people?
hmm, honestly, I think it might be different for people with different personalities, but I
Mhm.
think me, I think I was always able to be social, but something in me was just blocking it.
Okay.
Or like, yeah, I don't know. I think it's like something I wasn't caring enough for, or maybe I didn't think I needed friends.
Okay.
And then listening, you do need people in your life. Like doing stuff alone is insanely hard. No matter how long you've been doing it for, no matter how much it's been working, eventually you're gonna reach a point where you need a shoulder to lean on.
You gotta get your Avengers together, man. Gotta assemble.
Yeah, you gotta have somebody in your corner.
That's
So
true.
yeah, honestly, I just started being like my energy was really inviting, and like
Okay.
I wasn't always smiling or nothing, but just when people talk, whenever somebody talked to me, or you could just strike up some small talk, just make it seem like you actually do care about the people around you that you've been with for like 3 or 4 years. And yeah, that's how I got a lot of friends, and even to this year now, I'm way more friendly now. So yeah.
Now, what was the difference once you the big dog, you the senior?
hmm So funny enough, my high school experience is pretty unique. My class, the senior class, of my school is the first graduating class. So we're
Oh
gonna be
wow. Okay.
we're the inaugural class of our school. So when we were freshmen, we were the only students in the school. And then each year that we went up a year under,
Started.
like
Okay.
yeah, when we were sophomores, there
Mm-hmm.
were new freshmen. We were juniors, there were new like the other two. And so now that we're seniors, the school is actually full with all 4 grades finally, and we're gonna be the first ones graduating.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big deal then.
Yeah,
I
they
started
better
off.
they better make some noise for us.
Because hey, back in '96 when it was finally our turn, me and the squad, we used to be. It was a certain part of Cooley High School where it was a middle doorway where you could. It had a lot you couldn't go nowhere. That was our spot. Like man, we run the school. Now it's our turn.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
like people walk back, you can't go to the door lot. That became a running joke the first week. They just walk into it like we the seniors. We not trying to mess with you. The door was locked. We don't want you to do that to yourself. Well,
No,
I
that
thought y'all was
is
messing like, no, we're gonna be real with you. The door locked, don't go here. And the son like, man, y'all
part of
playing.
it.
Damn, like, oh Lord, you okay? You need a counselor or need something? But we felt like we read it, We talked
Yeah,
smack
we
to class in
do.
'97, like this our yard now. Y'all got what 6-7 months, then it's your turn. But from now by now. Hey man, y'all ain't nobody like we seniors. Pack in order. No, you're wrong.
That's exactly how it is here too. Honestly,
Oh,
I
they
thought
say.
like when I watched the movies, I was like, ain't no way seniors just get to do whatever they want. And I'm not saying that we do get to do whatever we want, but like you could tell that we like okay, like come on now, like just know that we got it like that. And
For
yeah,
sure,
like
because it's your yard now. You paid
yeah,
your dues. You went through all the steps. Now it's your turn.
hmm
Now
it definitely do feel like that.
I had AP classes ninth grade, and thank God they didn't know who was going to be the honors program. So I'm like, I ain't trying to be honor roll forever. Let me relax. And then we got shout out to Miss Constance if she's still on this earth, one of the hardest English people ever. But she made English at Wayne State a breeze. I was laughing at stuff I was doing. Like, dude, this lady, 500-page books, 3,000 word essays every week, and 25-page papers due. This ain't nothing y'all got me doing. I
That
couldn't
is
stand her,
true.
but she prepared me. I see why. I gotta give her a hug if I ever see her. Shout out to Miss Constance. For real.
That reminded me actually in ninth grade, our first year, our English teacher, she was strict. Like she was like she even took away like she said we acted up and couldn't go to the bathroom, that kind of strict.
Oh dang.
Yeah,
Hey,
and
y'all
nobody
bad,
liked
man.
her. Nobody liked her, or like it was some people, but now that I look back on it, like she is first of all she is sweet. She's a sweet woman, but I'm actually thankful for that strictness because no other teacher was on that level of like being on your head and like making sure you understand stuff. And like she graded harshly. She threw away papers if it was late. So any late work, automatic zero. She didn't play none of that. And like when I was a freshman, I was like, dang, she doing too much. Why she acting like that? Like people
Oh,
struggle sometimes. But now that I look back on it now, I'm like, I feel grateful because like she kind of
bro, Miss
thick in my
Constance,
skin later.
she'll give you a C on the paper, like you can do better, take it back. And one day she looked at my name, Edwards. Is your sister Tracy? I'm like, damn. Yes, ma'am. Oh, I know I expect better out of you now. You better not ever give me that split. Oh man, she gonna be on that ziggity boom. I gotta really put my brain cells to work. So I'm trying to chill a little bit. I ain't trying to do all this. I'm trying to coast here and there.
Right.
He was not buying it. But I got out of Alcatraz senior year, like I can't take it. Senior year, I want to chill.
Mm-hmm.
I went to regular English, like freedom. But they put everybody else with her, like, why y'all do them kids like that? They never had that. So a lot of people had to go to night school to get their English 7 because she was handing out F's like Oprah. You get an F, you get an F, you get an F. I'm like, they been having this like basic stuff, and y'all gonna give them Jordan? Y'all wrong for that. They prepared for the work she giving out, and she didn't care. She wasn't holding nobody up. I saw so many people hitting lockers. Like, did you get a D at least? No, man, I got an F. Like, ooh, hey, well, Night school, man. Come on. It sucked we got to graduate in July, but you got to graduate. So come on now. You better be there with us. Don't be a super senior. What's a super senior, Jeff? You here with the class 97. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't be a super senior.
That's the worst. That's the worst.
Don't do it. Walk out with us. But they cared. I will say back then they did care, Cody. And our counts we get on their head for not doing our papers or applying for colleges. Well, we're gonna do it. The time is now. Here, y'all take all these. Y'all better fill out something that Friday. Like, oh Lord, we better fill them out. So don't get on that head. And we was honors program, so it's like y'all making us look bad. Y'all supposed to be smart kids. Like we tired, man. No, burnout is real. We grinding every day.
That senioritis to get old. I'm like, it's cool, like, oh, no, I'm ready to get out of here.
You know, I mean, like, is it graduation yet? No, not yet. Come on, do that assignment.
Yeah, they hold you to the last of the last.
Now, given this mental health month, and over the years, and even still now going on, a lot of high schoolers have been struggling with depression, suicide, bullying. Have you seen that at your school?
Depression, suicide, and bullying. Well, for one, we haven't had any suicides at our school throughout the 4 years that I've been going there. Thank God. Depression, I would say, because it's so like common now. So I've definitely seen some of that, and I've experienced it myself. I think
that was next question. Have you experienced any?
I think when I was experiencing it, the worst of it was during like 10th grade year. That online, something about like having to stare at the screen for 8 hours just to do work, and then also on top of that, if I want to have fun on my own, I would use my phone. So I'm on screen literally from sun up to sundown to screen. And I don't know, that did something to my brain. I was irritable. Like I said, I was arguing with my family more. I didn't feel like getting up. Some days I just went to sleep. And I was like, Mom, I'm not joining that class. I'm going to sleep. And I didn't join.
Now,
like,
how did you counteract it to get better and deal with depression?
I started leaning on my family more. Okay. Like towards the end, instead of trying to combat them, I tried to like, I don't know, listen to what they were telling me.
Okay.
And then also some of that was actually my fault. I was contributing to that because I wasn't doing my work. Like when you don't do your work, it really only harms yourself. Like there's never a positive to just not doing your work. And a lot of that, I feel like a lot of the ups and downs I went through could have been circumvented if I just did the work when I got it.
Okay. And if anybody dealing with these issues, you can call 988. That's the national number. And a mental health professional will help you. That's 988. When I do the episode, I'm going to put all the information up there if you're dealing with that issue. They finally got a number that people could call for that help because that's a real issue. Now, with graduation on the horizon, is everything playing out how you pictured it would once you got to this point?
Not really. It's quite a few different things that's different. One, my friend group is different. Okay. Like when I first started making friends, I lost some acquaintances. Well, I didn't really lose them, but we just grew apart, which is natural. Okay. And even in my close-knit circle, a whole friend just dipped out due to just some petty drama that didn't need to it never even had to happen. It was just so unnecessary. But I mean, it is what it is now, and everything happens for a reason. And also, my plans for the future, that is not how I envisioned thinking about it as compared to when I first started. Now that we're actually about to go do the stuff that they've been asking us, what do you want to do? Like when you're little, they always ask you, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? And now it's like, dang, that's crazy. It's actually that time to be what you like. All that you told them you wanted to do and what you wanted to be. And I was like, oh snap, this is actually kind of big. Like I never had to actually think about it for real until now.
Yeah, you put it off. Like, okay, I don't know yet. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll just say something like, something like this, and then just like get it out the way. But now I'm like, dang, I actually gotta know what I'm doing for real. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff that I I don't think I could have anticipated how this would like be, because you naturally you don't think about stuff like that until it actually comes time to like do it.
Bro. And our 5th hour Spanish, all we did was talk about our next steps in life a lot. Because that Spanish class we went, a Spanish we were seniors or whatever. He was a real cool teacher. But we have a lot of life discussion. Like, okay, what college you going to? What you doing with yourself? You can't just be a bum. You gotta do something. Like,
Right.
I'm going to college and do engineering. You know, if I can't go to state, that's where I want to go. I'm go somewhere. But in the back of my mind, because I used to get depressed a lot, because I was like, dang, your dad gonna see you graduate, and all the weed and drinking you doing ain't making you forget none of that. But what's your plan after you graduate? And the world seemed real scary back then. Like, wow. So this way you need your dad so he can be your Yoda and give you some guidance. Cause I don't know. I don't know what that day after graduation gonna look like. I ain't in high school anymore. I ain't gotta get up and go to class. What the world? This is
right. How do you even live? Like
exactly.
What do you do?
That was 8 hours of my day gone. Like, what I'm doing with it now for the whole summer. Turned out we partied all summer, hung out with friends because everybody was going away to school. So it was a real cool time. The funniest thing though, because since they moved us back and graduating July 2nd, we went to go see Independence Day when it came out.
I remember that movie.
Now, God got me transparent with my journey to help others. So me and the fellas, we were smoking some weed. So we was floating like the floaters, float on.
Okay.
We went to go see the movie. And I remember reading that they said they had a change up to coincide with the 4th of July of that year. I'm like, what was the change up? The day stuff jumped off July 2nd, Kayshawn. I'm in the theater like, hey, today July 2nd. What the hell? They're like, Chuck, what you tripping? You still high? Yeah, but it said July 2nd. Today July 2nd. Like, hey, just watch the movie. After the whole movie play out, we were at home. I'm looking out like, do y'all think aliens real? Like, man, what did y'all get at, man? He tripping. Like, I'm looking at the sky like, man, what if they did come down here? What would we do? They laugh like, what did y'all do after we left the graduation? Jeffy, we weird. I was freaked out like, dang, it said July 2nd, man. Like, what the hell? This really could happen. I don't know. I mean, God made everything right, so he hadn't made aliens. They keep talking about it. They was laughing at me the whole night. Like something wrong with y'all. Next question. Well, we talked about your plans. You still working on that? What was your biggest challenge overall in high school?
Oof. It's quite a few, but maybe my main challenge, I think something. Well, yeah, it's gonna have to be something that's still like present day. I would say, procrastination. Procrastination. Yes, procrastination is hands down.
Wow.
The biggest self-sabotage you could do to yourself.
Well, I'm caught off guard, man, because you always on honor roll like you. Procrastinating?
Well, I'm on honor roll now, and I'm in the National Honor Society too. But before now, like 10th grade year all the way up until like maybe the first half of junior year, it was rough. Like
burn Albuquerque like Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I just like, I feel like the most valuable skill, at least to me, but I feel like someone listening, the most valuable skill is being able to self-motivate. Because earlier I did say that you need somebody in your corner, which is true, still true. You need somebody at all times, like at least somebody to talk to whenever things just get too piled up on your shoulder.
That's true.
But at the same time, you got to be able to independently motivate yourself to get your stuff done. Because for me, like, I started to notice, if it ain't no group project, the work gonna end up being late. like I turned it in like 3 days, 5 days late.
Wow.
It's crazy. I'm like, dang, I really can't work by myself.
Oh no.
Yeah, I could do the work. Like, for me, throughout my whole high school career, I don't recall a single moment where the work felt too hard to do.
Okay.
And so you would think, like, so why is this stuff late? I failed to motivate myself to do it on time. So I feel like, honestly, self-motivation and time management skills was my two biggest challenges throughout high school. That was the only thing that ended up sabotaging me to the point where I would start to get like Fs even.
Oh wow.
And normally, all the way from preschool, elementary school, all the way to ninth grade, I was only A student, like A's only. So those things were big enough to
Yeah.
make my stuff did.
Yeah, it can happen. I know I finished in 2020 for my degree. And when we had to switch over in March, our teacher always do a check-in, like how y'all feeling. And
Mm.
a lot of people like, man, I know a few people that died of COVID or this or that. So she get to me, I'm like, look here, I don't give a damn if this planet blow up. I'm getting this piece of paper. I've been in school too long. I come too far. It need to wait at least 3 more months. Let me finish and it could blow up. I don't care, but I need that piece of paper. And
Like, just
people
get
look
me out of
like,
here.
hey, Chef, dang, you planet blow up, the planet blow up, though. I don't care. I'm getting it. I come too far, man. I ain't going back. Then Avocado be like, yeah, he got a point. Yeah, let's finish strong. Like, dog, we at the end of the road. Like, boys, man, what you doing? I need that piece of paper.
Like,
There ain't
that's
no
how I be,
tomorrow. There ain't
like,
no option. I just need that piece of paper. So I have options to get up out of this boy. You know. And my theme music every day, Mike Illich. I was always bumping Outkast, Get Up, Get Out. Working on projects, whatever we had to do, banging that before class start. That was my theme song for the last few months of school. Get up, get out, get something. Don't let days life pass by. Great song.
that's true.
I'm like,
It
I
is
can
tough.
touch my graduation. I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna get there.
That's the
I'm like,
key.
suck that COVID happened. Couldn't have a party, but I'm gonna get to the end of the road and see what's on the other side of all this schooling I've been doing for years.
Yeah. And that's what I started doing. That's the only reason I'm finally back to being a good student now, is because I'm able to say, you know what, it is what it is. You're never not gonna have to do it, so you might as well just do it.
And it's beautiful on the other side once you get there. Like, wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why
like,
that
man,
work
this
was
is
for.
actually worth it. Because for myself, I don't know how it is other people, but for myself, like whenever I have like, not even just when I have bad grades, because bad grades doesn't always equal performance.
True.
But it's just whenever I know I'm not performing my best, my quality of life is just worse. Like it don't even feel good. Like you wake up, be like, all right, I guess we can just get this day over
Yeah,
with.
you don't got the right structure and order going on.
Yeah, when you don't but then when my life is structured and I'm on top of my stuff and I'm able to like independently get myself ready and like motivated to do some work, and then like I'd be like, dang, I got free time. I can play the game right now. I ain't got no work no more. Instead of procrastinating, it feels amazing.
Right. When I first started college, because I watched Khalil, my sister first started her nursing journey in the '96. But when she started moving along to where I was going to school, at 97, I was like, you never got a 4 point because you felt high school was just the junior leagues of basketball. It ain't that serious. Well, it's the NBA now, dog. We in the big leagues. You got to come out strong. So I came out to break the backboard, and I had discipline. I made sure any assignment I got was done within 2 days when it was given to us.
That's a good mindset to have.
Like, you're gonna chase females, you're gonna hang out with the fellas, but everything gotta be in order. Work, then go play. So I gotta do everything, then go hit the streets. And I got that 4 point. You couldn't tell me nothing. Like, I know I could do it. It got a little murky. Second go round, econ 4 hours. Chasing around type person. Man distracted. One on focus. It dropped. But I got back on track once. Then I changed my major a few times, dropped out a few years. When I got back to business, like, okay, we're gonna finish with business. I want to dominate. And my last 2 classes, that was the goal. Like, The way you came in, you gotta leave out, dog. We need a 4 point. Both these capstone classes, 4 points. Hit that Steph Curry half court shot, or you bull crapping. I was able to get them. I was able to do it. It was a lot of work because doing group projects online, as you know, is challenging.
Yeah,
but it can be done. I saw them grades, like, okay, that's what I'm talking about. It's all right.
Everything that's worth it in life is usually not easy. So
nah,
if you never want to be challenged, you're never gonna be for real. You're not gonna be thriving for real.
Nah, I mean, as you used to watch DuckTales as a kid, Scrooge Duck always said you got to earn it, and it was a cartoon, but it was a lot of real life game in there. You whatever you're trying to get to, you got to earn it. So when you put that work in, pay the price for it, you're gonna appreciate it. But if it just handed to you, you know, man, whatever. Because you ain't doing nothing to get it. You ain't no blood, sweat, and tears, nothing. But if you put that grind in, like, hold on, man. I put some sweat equity to this. I can't be playing around. I need you to do your part. We ain't got time to play around with this.
That's crazy because I feel like if COVID never happened, which I mean obviously it was a bad thing, but I feel like if it never happened, it's a possibility that I would have never been academically challenged because I usually just got everything, but that sequence of like long sequence of challenges, I feel like made my character better because I used to only want to do stuff that was easy. And my dad always tell me, he'd be like, you always gotta work for something. Like you can't just keep expecting stuff to come easy to you or everything like
adversity gonna knock at you out.
Yeah, basically he always told me I had to learn how to deal with adversity. And I feel like all those challenges actually helped me like my character because if God forbid if I would have never been challenged throughout high school and everything was easy, I would have been sick going into adult life. Like, oh my God, this is so much to do, so much to think about. Oh, what's going on? Yeah. I would have been going. My head would have been spinning, trying to figure out all this different stuff because I wasn't used to dealing with nothing hard. So I feel like if you always look for the easy way out, you're gonna be struggling.
Yeah, I mean, everybody gonna get their adversity test. It's gonna knock your door. How you doing? I'm adversity. Today's your appointment at 1. Your car gonna be messed up, or this or that gonna happen. How do you deal? Now, hopefully, you lean on the Lord or whatever Lord you call him. But you have a system in place on how you cope compared to running the table and try to drink and smoke it away. You can do that, but I ain't gonna help you. But the problem I'm still here for your appointment. You got to come back out, and we got to finish our conversation. Oh, I'm going to fire you at your job now. I'm going to take this away.
Right.
It's going to be checking off the list of what to attack, but you can get through it. Because once you do, whenever something come about, now you battle test on how to deal with. Like, okay, this sucked, but when I first dealt with adversity, he dunked on me like Shaq. But I still live, so I can do all right. I move stuff around, take care of that, keep it moving. I'm good.
Exactly. It gives you mental fortitude for the future.
And you need that. That mental toughness is real.
It's a necessity, especially in this world.
Life will have you shook and in your head. Now, in your words, what has been your impact around your friends, high school, and everything?
Say that one more time.
In your words, what has been your impact in school, around your friends, or whatever? As a senior, you look back.
My impact. That's a good question. I think my impact mainly specifically to the people around me, I would say it's just light. Like making people feel light. Cause before when I was unfriendly, I wasn't unfriendly, but I just wasn't social. Like in 9th grade, I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't really benefit anybody except myself. But when I started talking to people, I started figuring out like, wait a minute, I started figuring out my own personality. I'm like, I didn't even know that was my personality until I started talking to people, and I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of nice. And people would always like just randomly come up to me and start up a conversation. And when I had to get used to it, I was like, why is everybody just suddenly talking to me? out of nowhere. Like I don't even know these people, and it's just
Yeah.
because I feel like that, like my like I just bring a lightness to people, and like make people feel comfortable. Come here, Rob.
Yeah, because I mean, people need that energy because
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of negativity in the world. And a lot of people walk around negative because people get this power in the tongue. Whatever you say can come to pass. So if you feel the life sucks, everything sucks, okay, it will.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're gonna suck the life out the room with people that's teetering to try to find some hope and light. And they heard you and they're like, eat right, everything sucks. But if you come in, man, there's some tough times, but there's a way around. It's gonna be okay. I receive that. Okay, I'm a little more optimistic now.
This generation is really, really negative. I don't know what's going on. Like people are so pessimistic. Like you go online and people see somebody pretty and they be like, "Oh my god, you're so pretty. I can never look like that. Oh my gosh, you're so much better than me." I'm like, why do you have to put yourself down just to compliment somebody else? Like, people they're just so quick to say just trash, and like I don't think people realize like
you're right.
Even
if you
realize
they're doing it,
just saying that, like, oh, I'm just saying, but like I don't think they realize that has actual effects on how you perceive yourself and how you perceive the world around you. Like if you always talking like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this. Oh my god, I have to do this, instead of, oh well, at least I get to do this, or at least I have the opportunity to do this. Like people just negative all the time.
It's always somebody far worse off than you.
Exactly, and I say that a lot. That's crazy.
We forget that.
I say that to people all the time. Like, well, I mean, it really could be worse. Like, it seriously could be.
I mean, in some countries, if you make 20,000 salary, you'll be the 1% in their country. Let that sit on someone's head who here watching live for the replay. Whatever salary you got that's not at 100,000 and up, you would be the 1% in some other countries with your salary now. And they looking at you like you got it all, you know. And it's perspective, because you trying to find your purpose to get to where you're trying to go in life.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't appreciate the journey and what you're going through along the way, why would God give you $1 billion, for example, if you got 1,000 and you just wilding? You off the hook with that 1,000. Now I'm gonna give you $1 billion. You gotta take over the world like Cobra or somebody. I can't do that. You gotta get a little more calm down and season with this thing. You know, you trying to help somebody. You trying to leave a legacy. Okay, I want to get at you so you can pay it forward. Helps people, you know, they got some great ideas, whatever. But you just, man, I'm about to be a monster out here. Well, you expect to get blessed to be more of a monster,
right? And I do think that ability, I don't know, like the social ability that people, because I actually used to say out loud, like I used to tell people, I'm antisocial. I don't like talking to people. That was a lie, but I thought it was true. It's a lie that I believed about myself. But I myself identify as Christian, so I do believe that there is a God, and I feel like that gift of being able to connect to people was given to me, and so yeah, I feel like.
Now some people are introvert or extrovert or both, but it might be people like you that make them feel comfortable to move into the extrovert, engage people more.
Yeah.
But it's not scary once you actually do it. I mean, I had learned I was introvert, like, man, but my God, look here, bro. I know you started this podcast one way, but we're gonna remix it. Help someone, all career fields, interview everybody, help someone find a purpose. And I'm gonna throw you out in deep water. You're gonna start figuring this thing out. Your comfort level is done. Your life is an open book, so you're gonna be transparent. I want people in my business. I don't care. You're gonna do that because it's gonna help people. So make it happen, Captain. And the journey so far, I'm like, wow, okay, I do. I guess I see why, because I'm hard headed. You know, Charlie May. So I see he had a little throw me in deep water. Like, I'm helping you get out the mud, but your comfort's over. That's dead. It was a nice run. You had a great time with it. It's over with. Get out there.
And that's the thing. Hey, obedience is one thing because you can't when you hear stuff like that, you can't really anticipate like
Nah,
how it's going to be.
you couldn't tell me I'd be doing this, dude. Back in high school, Jeff, you going, man, me?
Right.
Nah, stranger danger. I don't like people like that. I'm good. They talking to people, interviewing. I was on school paper. That was it. That was a nice little thing. I'm doing music. That's what I'm doing. Ain't doing this.
Right.
Oh, God will get you on your path when you need to be there. Now I need that Yoda game. That's what I'm calling now. That Yoda game. Now, let's make sure people comfortable. That's the tagline where we treat you like family, because some people still be like this. Yeah. So I'm always called a Yoda game. What advice do you have for someone trying to find their purpose?
That's actually, I feel like this is the pivotal point for me in my life where I kind of have to. So, for one, like I just said, I am a Christian, so I think the main thing, and this goes far, like beyond, this goes beyond like occupation, like your purpose, like what you want to do. I feel like this is just like in general, like what is your purpose for being born? I feel like to get the answer to that question, it's better to lean on God, because for such a big, like that question is loaded, and for such a big conversation topic, I feel like we're all only human, and you only have such limited like views. True. Like no one knows everything.
That's true.
So it makes logical sense to me to consult somebody who knows everything. Because like if you know somebody who knows everything, wouldn't you want to ask them questions like that?
For sure.
So yeah, that's my answer. But I guess my worldly answer, just don't be too quick to dismiss anything. Like make sure you are allowing yourself to like experience, feel around stuff. Don't be too close-minded, because like we just talked about, sometimes when you try something, you would have never even imagined how life could be had you never actually experienced it. And so I feel like it's just important to try to be more versatile, but definitely be open-minded, because you never know. Life is it's full of unexpected things like that you would have never thought would have happened. So yeah.
Now, how'd you feel when they asked you to be a guest on the pod?
I was actually now I ain't gonna lie. At first I was like, me a guest. I was like, I don't know about that one. But no, I was like, actually, because I was thinking about it, I'm like, I don't know. I don't like people gonna be looking at me, people gonna be hearing my voice. It's gonna be a whole lot of different people. What if they think this way about me? What if they think about this? But at the end of the day, I felt like I had a deep feeling that I should do it. And I was like, you know what? Let me just be obedient. Let me just say yeah. And it's probably not even gonna be that bad. Cause like I just said, sometimes you gotta don't be too quick to dismiss nothing. And I sure was quick to dismiss that. The second I seen it, I was like, But here I am now. So
This your first podcast interview?
This is my very first podcast I've been on.
How was the experience?
It was nice. It felt comfortable. Even outside of just knowing you personally already, I feel like even if I didn't, I would have felt comfortable, because I don't know, the energy is nice, your energy is good. It's not invasive. It's just,
Oh, no, man.
It just feel like a conversation, regular conversation.
I done had people on the show literally like this. And I'm like, look, this ain't Brian Gumbo or whoever. I don't care who you was 4 a.m. Oh, for real? Like, yeah, I ain't doing that. No, I don't know. What I'm asking is the question I told you about. That's it. What you did to do what you doing. And what about you?
Just talk.
I don't need nothing else you got going on. That's your business. Then they get comfortable, like, oh, okay, like it's about you. What you got going on? And I'm definitely proud of you because I remember when you was 4. And we was outside my mom's house, and you just started holding a conversation with me. And I was on the phone with my eventual wife. Mm-hmm. And she like, who is that talking? I'm like, that's Kayshawn. She's like, the 4-year-old? You sound like a regular person talking. I'm like, I'm weirded out. Like, should I keep talking to him or not? Like, well, you want to keep talking. I mean, explore his brain because he's engaging you, engage him back. And we sat out there for an hour, and I'm like, we having grown folk conversation. This boy is 4. Then after a while, like, you know what? Well, what we gotta do. I'm a scientist, so let's start talking on different. See how far his brain capacity is going. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. And I'm like, this dude is not missing the beat. What the hell? They got a mutant, man. This is a mutant ability right here. Because I ain't seen 4-year-old chopping it up, and then after you went in, Trace like, what you talking to Kayshawn outside all that time? Like, yeah. You were like, why ain't want to tell him to stop? So he developed it, right? So how far can he think? Listen, what else can I ask him? What topics can we cover? Mm-hmm. This is weird to me, but I don't want to stop his development. So I'm not shocked that you going on to be an awesome young man. That weirded me the hell out. And you were determined to have a conversation. You were not stopping. I'm getting back there. Talk to him.
I'm going full circle.
Yeah. I definitely appreciate you for doing it, nephew. And man, we're gonna party for you for your graduation. That's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for that. Trust and believe.
After you was Zion, he next on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Just years ago, y'all was little youngins running around. Now y'all grown. Time do pass.
It passed quick too. I ain't never think it would be this fast. I was like, oh, I'm a senior.
He's out of high school. Dang, he in high school already? Damn. He was in middle school. Okay, whatever. Then I got the thing in the mail of the graduation on my dad's birthday. Like, oh, yeah, he is graduating this year.
Are you serious?
Wow. You know that you still stop like, wow. This boy graduated. Damn. Where did time go?
Crazy. Life passed you by.
Man, it really does. Well, that has been an awesome conversation. You're always welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
And I know your mom might hit me up later, or I'm surprised she ain't coming on the show. I'm shocked by that. So we hope everybody enjoyed my nephew, class of 23, graduating senior soon, Kayshawn Ringold. Any youth watching this, hope whatever he said can help you, or any future youth that watch. Hope it gives some guidance to your high school years. You'll get through it. And to everybody, tune in to Ground Floor at 10:30. Another great conversation. Have a good night, everybody.
Peace.
Detroit raised me. Detroit.